Okay, welcome back. You're still here on NAPALM, your new Pinoy alternative music source, with our guest artist of the week, INJENT. So
Yes.
let us call upon si Young Pax and si Terence to answer two of our questions before we proceed with our music. No? Okay, carry take it away, Pards.
Yeah, sige. Sorry, before yung the question, I'd like to greet first si JP, si Bats, si Richard, si Buboy, si Jay, at yung mga kasama ko sa Sweet Joseph, yan, sila Mert, sila Pard, sila JP, si Doc, yan, si Neil. So maraming salamat sa pakikinig. Sige. Welcome back, Terence, Yong Pax. Yong Pax,
Okay.
question. Ito ba ay, ano mo, nickname?
Yung.
Yong, ang nickname mo. Okay. Pero yung name is Yong Pax.
Hindi,
Or
Wilson.
street,
Wilson
Wilson.
talaga yung...
Kumbaga, tropa name to. Ang Yong
ano,
Pax. Okay.
rap name, ika nga.
Okay, rock name. Sige. We have a question for Yong Pax. Yong Pax, could you tell us a story kung anong pinaka-memorable experience mo sa bandang INJENT? Yung
Para sa
pinaka-memorable...
akin,
Sige.
para sa akin yung siguro yung Red Doors Music Laban, yung naging finalist kami. Ayun, sobrang saya kasi maraming sumaling banda at isa kami sa mga nakapanik sa Grand Finals. Pero kahit talo, panalo pa rin kami doon. Walang talo doon sa na yun, sa competition na yun. Yung mga kalaban mo, nakabanding mo, nagiinuman kayo, yung last night na lang namin. Natatawa na lang ako sa mga sa mga Cebu at saka sa Davao.
Lalakas uminom.
Lalakas uminom. Kami lasing na eh. Hindi ko na alam paano ako nakapasok sa hotel namin yun. Tapos, pag umaga, nakita ko sila, nagiinom na naman. Papatagal daw ng hangover. Gulat na gulat ako nun. Sabi ko, ang lakas uminom mga to. Ano talaga? Ayun. At saka meron pa akong yung hindi ko rin makakalimutan sa Injet, yung tumugtog kami sa Balian ng Leg. Yung kahit tipong walang nanonood na tao sa inyo, yung ulan, sobrang lakas talaga ng ulan. Kahit walang tao sa harapan, pero meron naman nanonood sa mga gilid. Yung ulan talaga, ramdam na ramdam mong tumatama sa katawan mo. Sinasabi ko bago ako akit sa stage, chill lang ako para di ako madulas. Nasa stage na, hindi ko na rin makontrol eh. Yung parang bata kang naliligo sa ulan na talagang excited. Ayun yung yung tumutugtog ka, ang lakas-lakas ng ulan, yung mga gitara namin, yung gadget, nababasa, wala na kami pakialam eh. Basta, in-enjoy na lang namin yun. Ayun yung pinakamasarap na
experience.
Hindi ko makalib talaga.
Okay. For our listeners na hindi na medyo nahirapan makarelate kasi itong music na to is more of an experience this is a music na gent so you feel the music minsan hindi yung lyrics will be not audible enough kasi nga medyo pasigaw siya but this is more of an experience. So you have to be there, you have to experience the music, you have to feel the groove, you have to feel the energy ng music. So yun yung sinasabi ni Yong Pax. Kasi some of the music, iba-iba yung appreciation din yan eh. For example, in ballad, maganda sa pakinggan, tahimik, you listen to the lyrics, you reminisce about yung personal experiences. This is a different kind of music. So yun yung sinasabi niya, Pax, kaya para siyang bata na naglalaro sa stage or regardless kung umuulan, hindi niya iniisip. That's the reason kung bakit ganun. Yung for those people na mahilig sa maingay na tugtugan, ito yung ginagawa niya. It's more of an experience yung music na to. And another question this time for Terence naman. Nabanggit namin kanina is parang progressive or ganito. But for you, Terence, if you were to classify the music of INJENT, Yun, how would you classify? Ano bang genre? Or it could be more genres, more than one, di ba? Since na nabanggit nga kanina ni Jan ay iba-iba eh. Halos lahat ng pinapapakinggan niya up to Shakira, nai-relate niya to the sound of INJENT. Yeah,
that part is true. That part is true. May Shakira talaga sa kanta na.
Okay.
So to define it, we've already defined it in Kapampangan. And that phrase is Oyani nga marwan ko kaya ka.
Ay, sabihin
Oyani nga marwan ko kaya ka. Let me translate. It's a Kapampangan word. It means, ayan ang sinasabi ko sa'yo. So when you hear when you hear us on the radio and then you're not sure, ano pang klaseng genre to? Yan ang sinasabi ko sa'yo, pare, pag narinig mo.
Yeah.
So that's the only way you can define it.
Parang no need to explain. Pakinggan na lang.
Kidding aside, genre is more of a personal thing. It's really the listener that decides what kind of genre any band is. We can sound totally different to anyone on the planet. That's why defining genre is helpful if you have absolutely no idea what you're listening to yet. But when you're versed in it, the more songs you listen to, the more kinds of music you listen to, then it becomes more of a personal thing. Like to me, the Beatles are rock. To some people, they're not rock; they're skiffle. But it's really more of a personal taste to you. Something may sound heavy for someone, something may sound ballad for someone else. So, for all we know, to someone else somewhere in the world, INJENT is more of a ballad song. So that's what I'm saying, that it's more of a personal thing. But on our side, we've already defined it in our native tongue.
Yes, I agree. For countries like, for example, Germany, Sweden, yung INJENT is not heavy enough.
Right.
Kasi
not heavy enough.
For German people, ibang klase yung pag sinabi nilang heavy is iba eh. INJENT will more fall under parang mainstream metal sa kanila, no? But here, yun, medyo iba. So, kasi we Filipinos love our ballads, our folk songs, our yung medyo comedic songs or K-pop ngayon, no? So, medyo masaya ako at medyo genty yung ating guest band ngayon.
Okay.
Yes,
So I think to solidify more the music of INJENT again to our listeners, let us introduce their third song entitled Damaso.
Yes.
Preach your truth, and I turn my back on you. Just who the f*** do you think you are? Say that we should be ashamed of what we are. You must be so damn proud of yourself. You favor those who satisfy your cravings. Are they the only ones you say? Just keep your hands in your pockets full of gold and full of telling us you're no prophet, you're no Messiah. Cast the first stone and I'll throw it back to your f***ing face. Cast the first stone and I'll show you what the f*** you are. Cast the first stone and I'll throw it back to your f***ing face. Cast the first stone and I'll show you what the f*** you are. In his house house. You speak of damnation and excommunication. Prejudice! Step down from the pedestal you stand on and find your congregation gone, turned away. Surprise! When insurgents arise, we'll take over your flock before you send them all to hell. The biggest difference between you and me are the souls you save and the people we serve. You're not worth the first stone, and I'll throw it back to your king face. Cast the first stone, and I'll show you what the you are. Cast the first stone, and I'll throw it back to your king face. Cast the first stone, and I'll show you what the you are. Keep preaching your bull. Keep preaching. Keep preaching. Just keep preaching your bull. Keep preaching. Keep preaching on. You're no king prophet. You're no Messiah. You're nothing. Nothing. Cast the first stone, and I'll throw it back to your king face. Cast the first stone, and I'll show you what the you are. Cast the first stone, and I'll throw it back to your king face. Cast the first stone, and I'll show you what the you are. Keep your hands in your pockets full of gold and fully tell us that you'll save us. Go!
All right. Okay, so I think we are going to invite again Young Pax, no, to answer our obvious question. What is the story behind that song, Damaso?
Para sa akin, sa unang kinig, iisipin mo tungkol siya sa katolikong pare na abusado. Gusto ko lang ipaliwanag na hindi yung mensahe. Ang mensahe dito ay huwag magpapi sa kahit na sinong nagsasabing mas mataas, mas banal o mas mabuting loob kaysa sa'yo.
Okay.
So,
Walang
tama ba? No Limit Angere, tama ba? Ito yung sa isang character na pare sa kwento ni Rizal, yung No Limit Angere. Tama, no? Ayun.
Walang sino mga kasi pwedeng umusga sa mga tao kaya ginawa ang kantang ito para iparating ang mga pagmamataas na hindi sila ang Panginoon. Yung parang yung mga hipokritong tao ganun.
Okay. Let's us so thank you very much then for that, no, Yong. Let us call Jay and Van to answer our next question. Parts.
Yan. So, Jay. Van, sige. Unahin natin si Jay. How do you find time? Kasi, di ba, currently, katulad ni Van, nagre-review siya ngayon sa kanyang board exam, no? So most of you baka nagtatrabaho din or nag-work. How do you find time to balance your schedules yan between work, family, or find time for music? Sige, unahin natin si Jay. Paano niyo ginagawa yun? How do you find time for your music?
Jay, I think naka-mute ka.
Mute.
Yun.
Mute ka.
Okay.
Okay, yan.
Okay. Okay na.
Para dun sa sikat na kasabihan, pag gusto, laging may paraan yan. So, gusto ko yung music eh. Ito yung pinaka-bisyo ko. So, kung bisyo mo yan, hahanap ka talaga ng paraan, ng oras, para yung bisyo mo, magampanan mo, obligasyon siya eh, sa sarili mo. Kumbaga, pag di mo ginawa yun, parang may kulang. So, we always, especially me, I'm a father. I have 2 kids. Full-time akong nagtatrabaho. And kung isipin mo, behind busy schedules, hindi na namin magagawa yan eh.
What do you do pala, Jay? What do you do?
I'm a loan officer at Toyota Financial Services.
Yun, ayos.
So kung gusto niyo ng kotse,
yan,
aprobahan
ba?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Shout out tayo sa Toyota.
Shout out sa Toyota. Number 1 yan. Ayun, so basically ganun lang. So ako, parang parang to keep my sanity ba? Ganun. Yun yung way na pampalibang pag wala kang masyadong ginagawa. Kasi ako, hindi naman ako sporty na tao. Hindi rin naman ako, wala naman akong ibang alam na gawin. So, music lang.
So, contrary doon sa naririnig natin kasi some people might be stressed out pagka nakakarinig ng ganitong music. Ito, baliktad ang nagagawa sa'yo. Pag gumagawa ka ng ganitong music, mas nare-relax ka.
Yep.
So, iba-iba kasi yan eh. I mean, ako pareha tayo. Kung gusto ko mag-relax, I'll be alone in the car or in my room listening to stressful music like metal or ganito. So, but yung effect sa akin, it's baliktad. Instead na nasa-stress ako, na-relax ako. So, sige. We'll go to the next or the other busy kasi dalawa daw kayong pinaka-busy sa INJENT eh. So the other one is si Doc Van. Yan. Yeah. Siyempre, si Van might have a different solution for this situation. Van, how do you manage your time?
Actually, management of time is parang it's not a misnomer but an understatement kasi lalo na nung nagjo-duty pa ako sa Manila kasi UERM graduate ako. So shoutout pala sa UERM keeps ko whoever's watching.
Currently nag-review si Van ngayon. Van, pakita mo nga yung reviewer mo.
Yeah, so, here. I have my highlighters, my pens, and I got my coffee. And the time review. So anyway, ayun, how do I balance the time? It's like Jay said, I agree with him in saying that it's a matter of being in love with the music. Kasi when you make a commitment to the music, no matter how busy your schedule is, you will always make time for it. And siguro for the lovebirds out there, that's also a good piece of advice. Kasi when you make a commitment to something such as this, you think it's bigger than yourself. It comes naturally. So how do I manage my time in between, especially duties? Right now I'm not doing any duties because partly because of the coronavirus and because I'm reviewing. But when I was doing duties, I would make parang an arrangement with my bandmates. Kailan tayo pwedeng mag-gig? I mean, when are our gigs and can I pwede ko bang isingit 'yon sa schedule ko in between the hours that I'm not on duty? Because I used to do 12 to 24-hour duties in
Wow.
the hospital, which was mind-boggling talaga. And sometimes I would go to a gig or to a rehearsal session na bangag na bangag na yung bangag ako while rehearsing, while practicing,
Natulog.
performing. Yeah. But
Oh,
it
yeah.
didn't matter to me because I like it. It gave me the energy, the like what I said, the and everything. So yeah, it's just a matter of personal commitment and how and smart management of your time.
Yes. Tama yan. I agree. Thank you,
So,
Van. Yes.
oh,
Yes,
Jay
Shirley.
and Van, thank you very much for your your answers or being candid. We will have to ask. We have to bring back Terence and Young Pak for the final question. Okay, so yung question na obvious to our young bands, yung mga what can you advise the younger bands that are still thinking of forming a band? So umpisa muna natin kay Terence.
Well, first you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why do I want to form a band? If your answer is I want to be famous, I want to be rich, I want to be noticed, then don't push through with it. Just quit. Quit while you're at it. Because more often than not, you're not gonna get any of that. Only the very, very fortunate people have that kind of break. Instead, if you answer that, why do you want to do this? It's because you want to be heard. You want to send a message. You want you want to be able to express yourself in the most aggressive way and in the most melodic way possible. Then can you commit yourself truly to that band? When you find that calling, then just pursue that with all your heart, and remember that being a musician, being in a band, it's very hard work. It's harder work than your actual job. So put all your heart into it, and just never stop. Because when you're true to yourself, when you've got your purpose set, everything becomes easier. Especially music, it becomes easier to you.
Tama.
Okay. How about you, Young Pax? Ano masasabi mo sa ating mga kabataan na gustong mag-form ng kanilang mga banda?
Siguro baka dapat hindi lang yung gusto nilang maging banda. Hindi lang gusto nilang maging musikero. Basta pag alam mong gusto mo talaga maging musikero, gusto mo. Tsaka yung dapat yan yung problema kasi dyan pag nagbabanda ka, nag-aaral tulad ni Van, ni Jay, yan, busy lagi mga yan. Yung committed talaga dyan dapat lagi nandun ka, hindi yung sabi nga ni Jay, marami ka palaging dahilan. At saka hindi lang yung sabi nga sa sa Greyhound, wag puro forma, talent muna bago forma. Yun lang yung natutunan ko sa sinabi ni Reg Rubio. Hindi lang puro forma ka lang. Tapos wala ka namang perform bago siya form. Saka dapat number 1 talaga yan, yung committed talaga. Dapat laging panay practice. Ako, natutuwa ako sa ganyan. Hindi ko naman sinabi, diyan ako gumaling. Diyan ako natutong paano maging musikero na hindi lang biro talaga yung pagiging musikero. Hindi kasi musikero, pag pinasok mo na yan, parang asawa mo na yan, mahirap mo nang iwala yan. Babalik at babalikan mo din yan.
For those of you na yung binabanggit kanina ni yung si Reg Rubio. Reg Rubio is the vocalist or rapper or whatever because from the band Greyhounds. Isa sa mga pillars ng rap metal or new metal scene dito sa Pilipinas. Ano? So, I assume na-meet nyo rin si Reg Rubio sa Red Horse.
Sa Balian din. No?
Balian din. Okay. Maganda. Sige. Sa mga idol natin yan. Yes, Charlie.
So we will pause for a short break. Stay tuned here on NAPALM, your new All Pinoy Alternative music source. Still here on NAPALM, your new Pinoy Alternative music source. So before we end the program, of course, we have to do our announcements, no? So featuring our announcement on board, we would like to announce to everyone we're still in every week that we do this, we promote your songs and compositions to all of our upcoming Pinoy music artists and musicians. Send us your songs and we will play them in or include them in our master list on V81 Radio Music Streaming Service. Kung gusto nyo pong ma-feature sa amin yung mga bands nyo, please get in touch with us. So if you are to send us your music, ito po ang mga format, no? MP3 file, 4400 Hz, and the naming para po hindi magkahalo-halo ang mga music natin, you place the artist name first before the song title. And we would like to announce to everybody that V81 Radio and our NAPALM programs, on all of our programs, are actually viewable through Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and if you have devices from Amazon in the US and Canada, you can access it through Amazon Alexa. If you have Spotify, you can hear our V81 music songs there as well as the website TuneIn. May mga programa po kami na nagpa-podcast po kami. So with that, you can access V81 program via Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts. Of course, check out V81 Radio website. And para sa inyong non-stop 24-hour streaming music, you can download it, the V81 Radio app, via Google Play and Apple App Store. We would like to thank our corporate sponsors, Involution Corporation, for providing us our audio and video solutions. Ito po yung mga brands ng kanilang kinikerry. They shown are their telephone numbers, cell phones, and their email. So please check out www.involutioncorp.com.
Yeah. For hardware and software needs, if you want to create a website or application, or if you want to have your fiber optics or cabling para sa inyong internet, you may call us, Code Disruptors INC, cell phone number 0998-582-7731, or you may visit us at www.codedisruptors.com. One of our partners also is Sprita Recording Studio. This is where people like David Pomeranz, John Legend, they recorded songs here sa Sprita. Located ito sa Mandaluyong, sa room 606 ng Pioneer Highlands Tower sa Pioneer Street sa Mandaluyong. So Sprita Recording Studio. We have 8 August Studio for rehearsals. You may call them at 829-87265 or cell phone number 0919-001-6618. Located siya sa number 15 General Malvar Street, Barangay San Antonio, sa Pasig City.
Okay, so before we leave, actually, I'd just like to remind our viewers, now we are there are other programs after our show. So one of our programs for today at 6 o'clock is Let's Chat with Tita Gracie, hosted by Tita Gracie, but therefore a recap episode na po yan kasi we are preparing for episode 2. Or no, season 2.
Season 2.
Sorry. And later at 9 o'clock, Musta Pops, our program hosted by Papa Kiko, Papa Bear, and Doc F. So let us call, actually, we would like to announce as well yung kaninang head-to-head natin, no? between B-Wings versus Popsicle, from all of our live comments na mga nanood, those who are favor of B-Wings garnered 16 votes. Ang
Sandali, may
Popsicle,
viewing.
13 votes. So medyo na mas marami lang ng konti ang B-Wings. So that is I think that's the song entitled Sandali by the
Yeah.
B-Wings.
Thank you pala kay B-Wings and Popsicles for letting us use their songs for our first head-to-head episode.
Oo, and definitely ang ganda ng response natin, no, Parts? Definitely next episode head-to-head again. Oo.
Yes.
Okay, so before we say goodbye to everybody, let's call all of our guest artist members. Okay, guys. Before we say goodbye, ano ang message nyo sa lahat ng mga libo-libong fans nyo, classmates, ka-office mates na nanonood at ngayong nadidiscover uli kung gaano kayo kasikat? So probably let's start off with Jay.
Shout out nyo na rin yung mga gusto nyo i-shout out.
Oo. Jay.
Okay. Shout out sa maganda kong asawa, sa mga anak ko, sa mga kaibigan ko. Advice ko lang sa mga eto pa pala, I would like to thank this program na may ganitong program para sa mga unsigned bands, unsigned artists na walang opportunity to be heard via social media. So, advice ko lang sa mga newbies, patuloy lang na gumawa ng art, music. Kung musician ka, patuloy kang gumawa ng music. Kung painter ka, pinta ka lang ng pinta. Eventually, mapi-feature ka din online. So, yun lang.
Okay. How about you, Terence? What's your message to your fans, your family and friends, and all of our viewers?
Simple lang, thank you sa suporta, sa support na binigay niyo tuwing kailangan namin, and may mga sumusuporta sa amin. So thank you sa lahat. Shout out din sa mga sa mga groups namin na nakakinabibilangan, yung mga Violets, mga fan base namin. Salamat sa suporta nila.
Okay. How about kay Young Pax? Young Pax, I think naka-mute ka. Yun.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Thank you dito sa programang ito kasi medyo another naman to exposure kahit pa paano. Malaki rin matutulong sa amin ito. At shout out din sa sa asawa ko. Sa dalawang anak, si Kayla at saka si Baby Ria. Alam ko nanonood kayo.
Okay.
Ayan lang yan. Thank you din sa mga Violets na lagi nakaabang sa amin. Kahit saan gig, nandiyan sila. Yan talaga yung mga warrior.
This is your, tama ba? Fan base nyo to. Kumbaga, groupies. Tama ba?
Tama, mga Violet.
Okay. Sige. And lastly, si Van.
Oo. Van,
yeah,
I think naka-mute ka. Ayan, okay. Go.
Okay. So I want to thank NAPALM again and the V81 Radio for featuring us. Very big help tulad nga sinabi ng bandmates ko. And shout out to my peeps listening over at Columbian Towers. Yeah, you great guys. Yeah, you are great. And then my peeps also in URM and my co-interns. Shout out din to my other friends listening, Cheryl and Delane and Jeline, and to all the listeners of this program. Thank you for supporting such a big help to artists locally, and for spreading the word about music, alternative music.
Okay. How about you, Parts?
Ayun, I'd like to remind everyone listening, meron mga original music, kindly send us your songs to MP3, yung format na nabanggit kanina. We are welcoming all genres under alternative or folk or kung ano man yan na gusto nyong i-share into a wider audience. So we can help you through this program, NAPALM. So, ayun. And, ayun, sige. Okay na ako.
So for us, no, before I say my final goodbye, I just like to remind people that after us saying goodbye to everybody, we will play the fourth and final song of INJENT, which is entitled Slow Motion.
Yeah.
So from this station, from this program, we would like to thank INJENT.
Yes,
and
thank
all
you,
of our
INJENT.
and our viewers and music communities in actively supporting NAPALM. Always remember, NAPALM is your Pinoy alternative music source. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Will draw their fire to stabilize your ranks. On my march, unleash the fury of the Sergeant Legion. Stand your ground and keep your helmets on. One by one, we'll send them back to Pluto's decaying kingdom. Stand with me, and together we'll see this end. Victory is now within our reach. They'll welcome us back home with open arms. Our children and wives will be with us soon. Our brothers and us will be moving forward in slow motion. As the burning arrows slide and decimate, crawling upward in slow motion. As the wounded crawl and bring us down with them. Forward now, no retreat. For the gods, for the empire, for our wives, for our children. Push them back, hold them back, and move forward, 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 forward now. Moving forward in slow motion. As the burning arrows slide and decimate, crawling upward in slow motion. As the wounded crawl and pull us down with them. My sword soldier, this war is making me sick. Dishonor upon me and my life and make it quick. Take my sword soldier, this war is making me sick. Dishonor upon me